Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to my channel. And if you're new, welcome to my channel. I'm the Florida Bearded Woodworker. I'm pretty new at this, but I got a lot of encouragement from the guys that are doing this already on YouTube, and with the lockdown, they all taught me so much and wanted to see some videos, and here we are. So there's that. Today what we're going to do is we're going to get the base block ready for the turning of my segmented rings. I've still got about 5 rings to sand. This is going to be in a series of videos. You know, I'm not good at editing. I don't know if everybody's aware, but I've been living in the last couple of years and even running a lawn business by myself, and I need a full hip replacement. It's been quite a painful year, but I'm scheduled for surgery in March, early March, so I'm not going to learn video editing between now and then. I got a lot of things to tie up. I want to keep doing these short little videos, and I've got things I got to get right around the house and within my business, so I'm not going to learn the editing right now. I'll get there eventually, but right now we're just going to do it right off the cuff. I kind of like this technique, and let me know in the comments what you think. Give me a thumbs up, thumbs down. Tell me, hey man, at least write a script, do something. I love hearing from you guys. All right, so here we are. And again, I'm not sure. I was told this was walnut when I was giving it to me, but for my friends over the island there, what we have, we're going to start with a block. It's just under 9 inches, just over 8.5 or 22 millimeter, and the thickness we're at 1 3/4 or 4.5 millimeter. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it. I'm going to cut it into an 8.5 inch ring. My rings are 8.5 inch is 21 millimeter, and then these, if you can see what we've got here, I've got 7 inches or 18 mil, and those are kind of like my bases. Or here's my base. Sorry, my base is 7.5 and 19 mil, and I'll add that to here, and we'll turn that out. And this will be the top. So let's get on with it. What I'm just doing a simple tools I'm going to use today is this is a parting tool that my father gave me that he got from his father. So essentially this is a 3rd generation parting tool, and if you're watching, Dad, thanks so much for this. This is probably the tool I use the most. Also, just because I need to get a sharpening system, and that'll be coming soon. I've been doing it with diamond plates. I mean, I'm pretty good, but for something this important and this much I've worked hard on, I'm going to go ahead and use a carbide tip to finish it up and clean it up just to make sure. Again, all we're doing today is we're going to cut a ring. I went ahead and pre-marked it for time, but I'm going to cut a ring. It's mounted on my chuck here, and then I'm going to cut a mortise for my chuck, and we'll mount it. So I'm kind of doing it this way so people get a step-by-step process of how I went from the very beginning to my first big turning. This is kind of huge for me to go from just doing some silly boxes to right off the bat doing some beautiful segmented turning. So let's stick with me and let's see what we can do. Let's see if I can do this without hurting myself. No, you guys have seen me turn. Man, that chuck is beautiful. Just because I have a little mini lathe and it's on a mobile cart, it's a 2.5 by 4 feet or 8 feet mobile cart. So I got a little bit of slop, but I'm running about 850 RPM right now. We're just going to go ahead and make a small groove. I'm going to take this off for the video purposes, and it's full of dust, and I'm not doing any parting. So we're just going to go ahead and make a groove for the bandsaw. That's plenty. There's a good, and then we'll go ahead and I'm just going to move this a little closer. That trick is just to make a guide for the bandsaw blade. Now we'll go ahead and it's a train wreck. Only because I'm live. But that's why we're going to this. Let me lower it down a little bit, because I'm not at the proper tool height. There we go. Now we're good. Whoa! Slow her down a little bit. Again, I need a good sharpening system. I probably should be waiting for a better chucks or a better sharpening system, but we're going for it. That was a good little catch on live TV there. Ooh, we've got some damage. That's some old wood, punky wood. We'll clean that up though. I need a good... Whoa, we've got chuck failure. Chuck failure. That could be what's going on here, yeah. I gotta tighten that all down a little more. That's no good. That explains a lot. I told you this is the first time using this chuck system. This doesn't work out, this might not even make it. Tighten them all down a little more. I had to cut it down a little bit to make it fit, but I wasn't expecting this. These little bushings kind of condense, so I'm new to the system. Bring down the speed a little bit, take out some of that vibration. You just got to overcome the situations there. I've not had that big of a problem. Alright, it's not my best work, but we'll take it. See what we look like here. No, I'm not quite where I want to be on that. So I may transition just to get a little transition over here and just to get a little bit of a... So I may have to get in front of the machine here. Bob, that was for you, buddy. It is a love-hate relationship with those carbide tools. I'm just trying to clean it up now. Luckily, I have quite a bit of room to work with, so that's what we're going to run with. And when I do the bottom, I'll clean that up. God, that's ugly. But she's going to work. Thanks for tuning in. Hang on a minute. I'll get this thing cut on the bandsaw. I'll get her mounted and we'll get her ready to turn. Thanks for seeing it, and we're going to go ahead and run with this. I know it was a little ugly, but again, I haven't turned much this big. I've only done a lot of I'll show you some of the work I've done here while we're on. I got a couple minutes. This was quicker than I thought. Let's see. One more. I got one more in here. I know I do. There we go. Alright, first off, right there, that's not a pipe, that's a scooper. I made that for my coffee grinds, but it was too small. It took like 10 of them, so I made a much bigger one. Also, this was going to be my first ever acorn box right here. It was beautiful. I had the top perfectly nice. There was a beautiful stem on there. You can see that was coming around, and look at that grain. Beautiful. She was chucked in there nice, and you know, look how I already had her cleared out, hollowed out. Look, I did that with a scraper. I was dominating. And then I did one more pass, and I broke the stem. So instead of just, I bailed on it. I should have followed through, made a mistake of a beginner and kind of quit on it. I had been practicing making little crosses with this, so this was like a scrap piece, and I figured I'd just throw it on there and glue it in, and you can see it goes all the way to the bottom. And I kind of like that, so I ran with it. But I can't give this thing away. I think everybody believes it's like a Muslim charm or something. I don't know, but I can't do anything with that. This is another box. Oh, you guys saw the box we made. There was no reason showing you that. This is my miniature goblet. No, this actually was just a practice with a piece of wood that I had scrap, and I wanted, because I'd been watching Mike make his goblets, I practiced making a goblet, and I thought, man, that's a pretty cool goblet, but I wasn't going to drink out of it. And it fits a tea light candle, so it's a tea light candle holder. Alright, this is a nice rosewood box. It's a little dusty, been in a drawer. This is one of the first ones I did. You can see the color, it catches that color right there in the corner. I was able to catch that real good, and I mean, that was one of the first. This is the first lid that I ever paid 10 bucks for a piece of Indian rosewood, and it didn't explode on me, and it turned out good. It got a good, I mean, look at that. I mean, that was like the first box I ever paid for a piece of wood that wasn't scrap. This is a piece of another piece of rosewood. I believe that was the second box. We have no humidity right now, so it's a little weird. It's a little tight, depending on the angle. That's kind of weird, but the grain lines up beautifully. So this is kind of what I've turned before, and now I'm going right for this. And this is actually the first and only bowl I've ever done. This is cherry. Clean it up a little bit. It's beautiful grain. My pastor gave me this block of wood, and I made a beautiful little bowl out of it and cleaned it up a little bit. It's, like I said, it's been sitting in a drawer, but nice and thin, and that was like my first. I was pretty proud of that. I'm going to keep that around. So, there you have it. Again, if you're new here, click that subscribe button. I'm going to try to build something here. Why not? I'm going to cover a lot more than just the lathe and the table saw. I'm going to rebuild my house. I've got decking. I'll show you the elaborate fence setup I did. But the next project we're going to work on is I need to build a sanding board, because when we start laying these segments on here, it has to be perfectly flat. You chalk it, because the next step is we're going to flip this sucker around, mount it, clean up the face because it'll be round, make it flat, flat, flat. I'll chalk it, I'll hit it with the sanding block, and then we'll throw a ring on it and start making our way out and see if we can't make a segmented vase or something here. So, see if I missed anything. I actually made notes this time. We're gonna do this in a series of parts because I'm not gonna edit. I kind of went over that, and so there we go. That's it. I didn't even need that stupid piece of paper. I'm a natural at this. I mean, that's why you guys keep coming back, right? Give me a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe, notification bell. Hit me a thumbs down. Tell me a comment. Tell me what you'd like to see. The world keeps turning. Turn with it.